Last year, Florida gained over 44,000 new retirees, more than anywhere in the United States, drawn by dreams of tax-free living and affordable homes. But beneath the postcard image, sky-high insurance bills and climate risks are quietly rewriting the rules. How did the Sunshine State become a magnet for millions, and what are the real costs behind the promise? The numbers reveal a truth few are prepared for. Florida gained a net total of 44,504 retirees aged 60 and over in 2023, according to the latest U.S. Census data. This figure stands out as the largest in the country, placing Florida well ahead of other popular retirement states, such as North Carolina and Arizona. But the story behind the number is more complex than a simple surge. While retirees continue to arrive in large numbers, the overall flow of new residents into Florida has slowed sharply. In 2023, the state welcomed about 637,000 new movers of all ages, down nearly 50% from the previous year's 1.27 million. The pace of migration is cooling, yet the retiree wave remains strong enough to keep Florida at the top of the charts. Each year, tens of thousands of older adults pack up their lives and head south, drawn by a mix of financial promise and lifestyle appeal. The question is, with the broader slowdown, what keeps retirees coming? The answer for many begins with the math: tax savings, housing options, and the hope for a more comfortable life. But as the numbers settle and the rate of arrivals tapers, the financial logic behind the move takes center stage. Florida's Constitution guarantees that residents pay no state income tax. For retirees, that single rule can mean thousands of dollars staying in their pockets each year. A retiree who once paid 5% state income tax on $50,000 in annual pension or Social Security income would save $2,500 every year just by moving south. Over a typical 20-year retirement, that's $50,000 that never goes to the state, money that can be used for travel, hobbies, or simply a higher standard of living. The benefits don't stop there. Florida's homestead exemption shields the first $50,000 of a home's assessed value from property taxes in most counties. For many, this translates to annual property tax savings of $1,000 to $2,000 compared to what they paid up north. The state's Save Our Homes law adds another layer of protection by capping the annual increase in a home's assessed value at just 3% for primary residences. And if residents decide to move within Florida, they can transfer their tax cap to a new home, keeping their property taxes predictable, even as they downsize or upgrade. These rules aren't just abstract policies, they shape real decisions. For retirees weighing where to spend their savings, Florida's tax structure means more financial breathing room. The money saved on taxes and capped assessments can open doors to a range of housing options, from cozy inland bungalows to active adult communities and even waterfront condos. For many, this is the math that turns a dream into reality. Ocala sits in the heart of Central Florida, surrounded by rolling horse farms and freshwater springs. Here, a retiree can find a comfortable bungalow for $275,000 to $350,000, well below the state's coastal averages. For many, the appeal is clear: less crowded roads, easy access to Silver Spring State Park, and a slower pace that feels a world away from resort towns. Downsizers often talk about trading in a large northern home for something simpler, using the leftover equity to pad their retirement accounts or fund travel. In Ocala, the median home price stretches a dollar further, putting nature and small-town amenities within reach for those on fixed incomes. Sarasota, perched on the Gulf Coast, offers a different experience. The median home here falls in the $400,000 to $600,000 range, higher than inland, but still competitive for a city with white sand beaches, a lively arts scene, and top-tier medical centers. Retirees drawn to Sarasota often mention the blend of culture and coastline. Theater, museums, and waterfront restaurants are all part of daily life. Many buyers here want walkable neighborhoods, access to healthcare, and a calendar packed with concerts and festivals. The city's mid-range homes attract those who value both comfort and community, even if it means a higher price tag. Pensacola, in the Western Panhandle, offers a coastal option where prices often stay below $400,000. This region is known for its sugar-white beaches and a tight-knit, historic downtown. Retirees who choose Pensacola talk about the sense of belonging, the gentle Gulf breezes, and the ability to live by the water without the premium found farther south. The area's affordability makes it possible to enjoy coastal living and small-town charm, with enough left over for hobbies or travel. Each of these markets answers a different set of priorities, whether it is stretching a budget, chasing culture, or living steps from the sea. Tampa General Hospital rises along the edge of Hillsborough Bay, its sprawling campus a magnet for retirees who want peace of mind as they age. Just north, the Moffitt Cancer Center draws patients from across the Southeast, anchoring a cluster of world-class specialists and research facilities. These medical giants are more than landmarks. They shape entire neighborhoods, attracting older adults who see proximity to care as non-negotiable. For many newcomers, the decision to settle in places like Tampa, Sarasota, or St. Petersburg is driven as much by access to hospitals as by beaches or golf courses. Florida's healthcare map is dotted with similar hubs. Sarasota Memorial, Jacksonville's Mayo Clinic, and Orlando Health all serve as safety nets for growing retiree populations. In these metro corridors, the density of primary care doctors, geriatricians, and specialty clinics stands in stark contrast to the patchier coverage found in rural counties. Retirees who choose inland towns like Ocala may enjoy affordability and nature, but often accept longer drives for appointments or procedures. The difference is more than convenience. It can mean faster response in an emergency, shorter wait times for specialists, and a deeper pool of in-network providers for Medicare plans. Safety and access guide many decisions. The numbers reveal the scale of the challenge ahead. Over the next 25 years, Florida's population aged 65 and over is projected to grow nearly twice as fast as the rest of the state. By 2050, 1 in 4 Floridians may be over 65. This surge is already testing the limits of hospital systems, especially in counties where retirees cluster most densely. Geriatricians warn that capacity is finite, and even in well-served metro areas, the influx will strain resources. For now, retirees gravitate toward these healthcare-rich corridors, seeking the security of a strong medical community. But with demand rising so much faster than the broader population, the comfort of easy access may not last forever. Hurricane Ian made landfall in southwest Florida in September 2022, leaving behind $112.7 billion in damage and reshaping the financial landscape for homeowners across the state. The aftermath was more than just debris and rebuilding, and it triggered a dramatic spike in insurance premiums. For many retirees, annual costs for homeowners insurance now range from $3,000 to $8,000, with some coastal policies running even higher. Insurance companies have withdrawn from the Florida market at an unprecedented pace, forcing thousands onto Citizens, the state-backed insurer of last resort. This new reality means that what once felt like a budget-friendly move can quickly become a source of anxiety. For retirees living on fixed incomes, these rising premiums and shrinking coverage options are impossible to ignore. The dream of a carefree Florida retirement now comes with a sobering question. Can your budget withstand the next storm? Establishing Florida as your new home starts with a few concrete steps. Filing a declaration of domicile. At your county courthouse is the official way to claim residency for tax purposes. Florida law requires new residents to update their driver's license or state ID within 30 days of moving. Updating your address on bank accounts, insurance policies, and Social Security records helps avoid delays and confusion. Medicare plans may need to be switched since some Advantage or Part D options are state-specific. Check your network and prescription coverage before you arrive. Moving funds between banks or investment accounts can take extra time, so plan ahead. The full-service cost of relocating, including packing, transport, and setup, typically ranges from $25,000 to $50,000, depending on distance and household size. Laying out a checklist and budgeting for these expenses early can make the transition smoother and help avoid costly mistakes later. For every retiree drawn by Sunshine and Savings, the stakes keep shifting. Insurance rates and climate risks are rewriting the map faster than any brochure. Today, moving to Florida means weighing dreams against realities. The real question: what does a safe, affordable retirement look like in a changing world?